You're live.
Are we? www.patreon.com/addressing Gettysburg. So, okay. I forget what we were talking about.
So do I.
No, but you play music as well.
I do play music, yeah.
And you've been playing for about 10 years.
Yes.
Live.
Yeah. Yep.
And what type of music do you like to play?
It's kind of the same kind of stuff I kind of like to listen to. So classic country, do a little bit of like the newer Americana stuff. So like the Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan stuff. And then
are the levels moving on the
Yep.
Okay, good. Sorry, I forgot to ask that question. Sorry. I'm surprised I remembered everything else though, without looking at it. Okay, so you like the modern country? Zach Bryan, you said, or Luke Bryan?
Zach Bryan.
Okay.
Yeah. So the modern Americana stuff, not the modern country. Like I won't listen to this Luke Bryan and stuff. Like I won't play that stuff live. I'll do
I can. Because he talks like this, and he sings like it too.
My sister's best friend is in love with him. Right?
I don't know who you're talking
I don't. You're fine. You're fine without knowing.
You're okay.
Duke.
Okay.
Ryan.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Puke Ryan.
Yeah, it's
Brian? Barf Brian is his name.
Yeah.
He's, hi, everybody. Welcome. What's going on, New York?
Do you think he really
sounds like
sounds
Ray
like that, or
Romano.
do you think he does it because
He does sound like Ray Romano.
Deborah.
Yeah, what?
Do you
what?
think he actually sounds like that, or
He
do you
does
think
sound
he
like-
puts
Yeah,
it on for
I think
the?
that's his voice.
Actually, I think he talks like this.
Wouldn't that
But
be
because
amazing?
he wanted, because he's like a grifter, so
but you
he's
know,
like,
like,
I'm all country now.
he does his Gomer Pyle, and people are like, oh, Luke.
What's the Larry the Cable Guy? Apparently, that's not how
Oh,
he
yeah,
actually
he
sounds
doesn't.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually talks like this.
Oh, very nice,
Yes, and he prefers to go by Lawrence at home.
Lord.
Yes, Lawrence the cable guy.
Yes, and his arms are not actually his bare arms. It's a sweater, a cardigan that looks like his bare.
I prefer you call me Lawrence the cable installer. And not Larry the cable guy. That is so droll and so crude. Ah, boy. All right. So, yes. So now back to the music you play.
Yeah.
Do you play in a band or you play by your lonesome?
So I did a band and duo when I was still outside of Philly, and wasn't a fan of that because you have to rely on other people.
Isn't that the worst?
And people like to drink and ruin gigs, so I stopped that very quickly.
Yeah, like throw bottles at you and stuff.
No.
No,
Like
the
the people you
bandmates.
play with decide to be like, let's be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
That was cut. Yeah.
Jim Morrison was. Yeah, and he's dead.
Right.
Yeah, but Jimi Hendrix, yeah, he's dead too. They're all dead.
And we're playing, small gigs outside of Philly, and we're losing gigs because of just
Yeah.
unorthodox stuff.
Behavior.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
So it's easier to
Exactly.
play alone.
It's just easier to rely
like
on
it's
myself.
easier to own your own business.
Exactly.
So you brought your guitar with you. Are you going to play a little selection for us?
Yeah, I brought a song in here. I can break out a song.
All right. So why don't you do this here? So give yourself some room here.
Yeah.
You can roll the chair back more to the middle of the room. I'll turn the
Do you need me
camera.
to-
I'm going to turn your camera, Beth, because it's not
Can I
blocked.
take these off?
Yeah, if you need to.
Yeah,
sure.
just
All right, so we're going to turn Beth's camera over Cha. There we go. If you can, I don't know if
Is
it's
this a
there
cry
we
song?
are.
it shouldn't be a cry.
Yeah,
song.
Bethany doesn't like to cry on Thursdays. Any other day
Or
of the
literally
week is
any
fine.
day.
It would be
Yeah,
okay.
any other day is fine, but don't do it on Thursdays. Now, you're microphone 3, so I'm going to give you want a little reverb? You want some of that action going on there?
If you want to.
Oops.
That's a lot of reverb.
Didn't want it for us. Hold on a second here. Believe me, everybody, it'll be worth it. Just give me one second there. How about
Favorite.
okay? Let's do this. We're gonna turn that. Oh hey, ha.
He can't hear you. He doesn't know.
I
what's
can hear
happening.
me. I can hear me, and I'm gonna turn. All right, there we go. That's what it
Reverb
was.
is high.
And then yours is going down as well. And now it's only Nick's. Nick, pull the mic a little closer
for
to you
sure,
there. You've definitely got some. And Nick, we're going to give you the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Mich.
Now you want me to do a whole song?
I would like you to do a 30-second of the song.
Okay.
No, do the whole
All right,
song.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. It'll be found by dusk light, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your head between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. If I say I miss you, I know that you won't. Well, to you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself against something in your image tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way yours chases all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. I need to hear you say you've been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes for both light. Your voice only trembles when you try to speak. Take me back to us dancing, us what used to creep. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Poison myself against something in your ears tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way yours touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
Yes. Wow. Let me tell you, the first thing I want to say to you is I hate you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, you have a great voice.
Thank you.
And that was fantastic.
Thank you.
I love that. That was very good.
Thank you.
Now, is that use your microphone? There you go. There you go.
Remember how I said I don't like live music?
Yeah.
My armpits are so sweaty right now.
That's so disgusting.
I can't help it. Like I'm so nervous. I was so nervous for you, but you did such a great job.
Yeah, you really did do a really, really fine job there. Now, okay, you know what I have to tell you about your generation. You guys impress me, and I hate you at the same time.
Okay.
Because okay, now not all of you are this way, but you are one of the ones who are this way. You've had you have everything at your fingertips because of the internet, and the smart ones, which you are one, have taken advantage of that by exposing yourself to everything and anything and finding things that interest you that are not from your generation.
Sure.
You're not one of the ones, and all young people do this. We're all guilty of this. We all did it. We all will continue to do it every generation, which is you think the world didn't exist before you were born. And whatever did exist really isn't interesting or worth your time or anything like that. But the smart ones in every generation looks back and says, oh no, everything was way better.
Right.
Then, I mean, that's what I did. I don't know if everybody would agree that everything was way better, but at least culturally, there we go. Thank you. Things were better. So anyway, musically, I mean,
Sure, absolutely.
and so really fantastic.
Thank
and
you so
I can
much.
tell you have
Appreciate
some pretty good influences there.
Thank you.
Now you wrote that.
I did not.
Oh,
No,
you did not?
I did not.
Well, then
I
take
can't.
back everything I said.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that's right. I can't write a song to save my life.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't. Then I probably should have done something older because that was one of those newer. That was Zach Bryan.
But it was good though.
Thank
Well, no, but see, so what is that? like that dark genre of country, because I call it dark country. I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of it reminds me in ways of, it's kind of like you would hear it in a Western perhaps, right? It's got that cowboy kind of feel, but not the like
roots country.
Yeah, roots. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So
it's bluesy. It's bluesy and country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do love it whenever I hear it. I don't know. I love it. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's kind of just kind of a blend. Again, roots country is a good word for it. I've heard it used neo-traditional first before. And then again, I always kind of put it, I love the Americana genre. It kind of falls in that. So you can kind of put a whole lot of different titles on it.
I think you'd never tried to write a song?
I never said I didn't try.
You just can't.
No, yeah, it's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah,
it's not.
Why don't you just try to like rip off somebody and then build on that?
I've tried.
You have?
Oh yeah.
What do you think the major malfunction is?
That's a very good question. It could. I don't know.
Because I mean, obviously, you have an ear for music. Right? You can feel it. You can certainly sing. So, what is it that you think is not connecting with you, and you're, or do you just not have the desire to write?
No, I have a lifetime of trials and tribulations from growing up. That I mean, I could write all kinds of songs. If it's, I'll be honest with you. I think it's. Growing up in school and stuff, I always had like a learning disability. So always trying to like get what was like in my mind, like out, and learning and writing and stuff were never my forte. So I think that probably plays a part into why when I write something down, it just sounds like row, row, row your boat.
That's interesting. I guess to each his own. Because I got things out by writing.
Sure.
It wasn't good, but that's how I got it out, you know? Yeah. So, are you playing anywhere locally soon or anything?
Yeah.
Do you play out on the square on one of those death traps?
Yeah, the little wooden. Oh, yeah, I'm there all the time.
Are you really?
Yeah, most of my stuff, I spent the past couple of years kind of playing all over the place, Pennsylvania, Virginia, everything. And I got real burnout doing it. I was going up to the Poconos and stuff. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
And living out here, I, knock on wood, have the nice luxury of that. I guess people kind of know me at this point. So I've been able to have pretty much all my shows here in town, which has just been perfect because I don't really want to go out of Gettysburg. I enjoy playing here in town. I enjoy playing for the locals and whoever else comes out tourist-wise and everything. So this year I kind of tried to hone it in to just be like in Gettysburg because I also don't want to put 10,000 miles on my car.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, good. I'm glad you're going to stay here. There's more opportunities to see you.
Yeah.
And people watching the show, when they come in, they can try to find out when you're going to be playing. If you're going to be playing on the weekend that they're in town, and they'll get to go and see and say, "I saw you on Address in Gettysburg."
Yeah.
And you should try to write songs.
Yeah, it's
you have a great voice.
My Facebook's got my I think my Facebook's got my schedule on it. Just Nick Mich Music.
How'd you learn to sing?
It just came out. Yeah. I went to a private school. Whole bullying thing. So I left public school, went to a private school, and that's how I picked up guitar. They tried to show me in public school, and didn't work.
You were bullied?
Oh yeah.
Or you were the bully?
No.
You did the bullying.
There was.
Really? Why? I know why. Because you're a nice guy.
I guess.
Yeah. People don't like the nice guy.
We could do a whole podcast on that if you really want. That's what I mean.
Give me the elevator pitch. How are you? Like, why were you? Well, not why, but like.
I think it was just easy. I think it was just
because you were nice,
and I don't think I fell into any like the cliques or anything like that. So I was just kind of, and also it didn't help that having like the learning disability and stuff. I was in like here's the normal class, and then here's Nick with some other people because Nick can't learn as well. So then,
but now you have your own business, two of them,
right?
And
exactly.
you sing in public, and they can go pound sand.
That's right,
1,000%. But yeah, and I mean, nowadays again, that's in the past and everything, but. I'm sure if I had the ability to write songs, I could channel all that and try to pull something out of it. But it just, for some reason,
And your wife Lindsay is listening, so
Yes.
you should give her a shout out too. because
Absolutely.
Funny.
Wives always help with.
Funny you said
That's
that
true,
because I was
yeah.
just going to say, and you're married.
And I am married, and
And-
she's tried to write a couple things. So we've worked together.
So you were trying to do a Buckingham Nicks type of thing for a while.
Yeah. And when I play live,
Does she sing like a billy goat like Stevie Nicks does?
she does not. She has a very good voice. When I play out, if she's there, there's a John Prine song called "In Spite of Ourselves" that I'll bring her up, and it's a duet. So
Oh,
we
that's
do it.
nice.
So yeah,
Did you sing at your wedding?
I did not sing at my wedding.
She?
She did not. I don't think she wanted me to sing at our wedding, because I think there's just a lot of me singing already. So
She was like, "Okay, we're done with that."
yeah, and she's, completely supportive. I'm at the store, and then if I'm not at the store, I'm playing shows.
So how many, do you know how many of your bullies have been on an international podcast playing their music?
I
0.
wish I could say I probably checked up on them, but I didn't.
Yeah,
but I would
well,
assume 0.
I would assume you're correct.
Yeah.
I would assume
I
you're
think the one's
correct.
still living with his mom. So
Yeah.
so I don't think many.
Yeah.
Now I did notice.
Let that be a lesson to the kids out there who are being bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you're going to have your own business, rubbing elbows with big stars like me and Beth on a podcast,
Darn right.
while your bully is going to be still living in his mom's basement at 28 years old.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Landscaping.
Well, whatever he does.
I noticed all your tattoos.
Yes, yeah, I have a
And
lot.
then while you were playing, I noticed they're all over your legs too.
Yes.
And then the one that I noticed was Patsy Cline,
Yes. Yeah.
Casey Turbin. Right
Casey
there.
Turbin, have you? Oh, I should introduce you to Casey.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, we can take you down to Winchester. He'll give you the Patsy Cline tour. Have you ever
It's an awesome
gone
tour.
down and
No.
done anything?
No.
It's not. Have you done it? Is it a tour?
He basically did it for
yeah.
me when we were
Okay.
at the Whatchadoodle.
The thingamabob.
Yeah, sure.
With the
I know.
hippopotam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
CWI.
He took
he
me to
loves
her
that.
grave.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And-
very cool.
And he's very knowledgeable and
Sure.
very easy to listen to. So it's like you actually feel like
Sure.
this is something
And
I
by
want
the
to do.
way, lesson for you. Patsy Cline was bullied too.
Absolutely.
She was not treated well by
No.
the town folk. So,
Still isn't, according to Casey.
yeah. Those memories of her wearing short pants go really deep. I think people are weird, man. Just leave everybody alone. Stop worrying about other people. The people that worry about other people and what they're up to have nothing going on in
Absolutely.
their lives. And they're
I couldn't
just
agree more.
jealous.
Yeah.
So now you said that music is your everything that you do.
For the most part.
What's your other nerdiness?
Could rub people weird, especially in this town.
Have you met us?
We don't get rubbed weird.
I fell in love with this
We don't
town
get rubbed at all.
for three reasons. One, I love the history of it. I fell in love with it real early. And the town just had a feel to it that always just kept drawing me back. And then I also really got into the paranormal. And
I'm going to go with that with your...
yeah.
It's not weird.
No.
No, and again,
wonderful.
I understand it's it's wonderful.
He doesn't.
But
fully-
and
know,
again,
it's
I
great.
understand that. I totally get it. And I didn't either until I had something happen here.
Wait, is this a card?
Do you have a ghost story?
I mean,
Tell it. Go ahead. Tell it. Go ahead.
what goes, like my first one kind of thing? When I first came,
You're first, so meaning you have more than one.
yeah,
All right, let's hear 'em.
I'm not doing the store, playing a gig, I'm out doing something.
With ghosts.
Yeah. So it's music,
Ghosts.
and then some ghosts. Yeah. So
Like
it's,
tic-tac-toe or duck-duck-goose.
Right, music,
ghost.
yeah, right.
All right, so go ahead. Tell us a ghost story.
I'm gonna get torn apart. I can tell.
No.
People either love this or hate it, and
Don't go by what
I'm
he
just busting
says.
your balls.
That's
Go ahead. Please. It gives you joy. Go ahead.
when I first came to town. I went on just one of the regular run of the mill ghost tours, and I had zero interest in any of it. It was I was just kind of drug along by my family, and whoever was giving the tour said, "You should take pictures." Okay. And we're out taking pictures, and the Liberty gas station over on Steinmeier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We were in the field behind that for some reason. I don't even remember what they were saying,
and I'm just taking random pictures, and for no reason whatsoever, there's a soldier standing in this picture. There's nobody that was standing in front of me. There was nothing. There was a soldier standing next to a tree.
Was it during reenactment weekend?
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Matthew.
I'm sorry.
I
Did the Wax Museum have guys? No.
What I think is fascinating is that, like you opened a shop in Gettysburg. You've had 2 different locations.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And they're historic buildings, and you're into that.
Yeah.
So like, have you seen anything in one of those places?
Yeah.
Heard anything?
Besides the ghosts of all the smoked cigars.
Have I had anything in the 2 buildings that I've been? The first one, no, because the first one was built in 1920 something. So there was, other than
People could have died.
I was just going to say whoever died whoever lived there at one point or another. The one I'm in now, obviously that was there during the battle. It's a Civil War building. Have there been things that could be paranormal? Sure. Usually when I'm there, I'm not super hyper focused on that.
Yeah, you're selling music.
Yeah. If I'm there late at night, could there be a creak or groan here and there? Yeah, but being into this, I also have to be. I'm one of the biggest skeptics you'll ever find, though, too, because people come to me all the time. Oh, what do you think? It's dust. It's your reflection in the mirror.
That's your finger.
Right. Oh, you see that while you're driving? You took a picture. Well, the whole screen's blurry because you were driving.
Yeah. That's your grandmother throwing up in the bush.
The mental image of that one was kind of ew.
So can I sit here and tell you, be like, yes, I've had a paranormal experience? No, not really. I'm not going to be like, yes, my store's haunted. No. Have I been in buildings in this town that are? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But is it every time I go in them, there's something that happens? No, because it's kind of like fishing. You never know what you're going to get.
That's true. Or a box of chocolates, I've heard.
Exactly.
I am the ghost of Wendell Clarkson.
He can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, you got to put your...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That doesn't matter. It's over now. Well, that's good. So ghosts, music, and...
Music.
Yeah. Listening and playing the music.
And your family.
And your family.
And my family, yes, absolutely.
Do you have kids?
No.
Oh.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
no.
so
not my thing.
No.
I'm an uncle. I'm a
Isn't
great
that, don't you love that?
Yeah. I can give him
You're
back.
a great uncle.
I can be the best uncle possible. And at the end of the day or after a weekend, here.
Throw them back.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
But I will spoil the hell out of them while I have them. And then here.
Send them back.
That's
go back
right.
to my brother. Enjoy.
Yeah. No, it's great being an uncle. I love that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love being an uncle. They're great kids. I love them a lot. But it's being a dad is not on the cards for me. Not mine.
No, why not?
I just think I'm too busy. I don't want to pay for things like I pay for things for me and my wife, and then there's another person.
Do you know how much you spend in diapers?
Right.
Diapers are horrible.
I've picked things up for people like formula and stuff. That's crazy.
It's awful.
I like the luxury of if I want to go away, I just get somebody to watch my store, and then I don't want to have to get somebody to watch the store, and then I either have to bring them.
We have a puppy. It's the same problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't, yeah.
And I
Except with the puppy, maybe you could try this with the baby. Is if it has to poop or pee, you take it outside.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about diapers.
Right. There you
Ezra,
go.
Uncle Matt thinks you're the same as the dog.
Yeah.
Leave it in a crate.
Okay. Yeah. You leave the dog in a crate. You can't do that with a kid.
No, you can't.
See? Right.
You do that with a kid, they're taking the kid away.
Right. Exactly. And then you're in trouble and
putting it into a worse
I don't know,
situation.
unless you're my kid and he's like, this crate is such a great tent. I'm in my fort, Mom.
But you leave him there for days and it becomes a problem.
Yeah. So my dad has a dog, a lab, and he's a puppy. So we're kind of crate training him a little bit. And this crate is the size of my house. Sure. It's gargantuan. And Ezra got in it. He's 5. And he got in it. And they have the little bowls that magnetize to the side. And Ezra's like, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. He was like, can I lick the water out of the bowl? And I'm like, no, you crazy
Can I
lunatic.
eat out of this now? That's fantastic.
Yeah. Ezra's her son.
Yeah.
In case you didn't get that.
Yeah, I kind of,
Context clues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, Nick, it was great having you on. I really enjoyed meeting you. I am going to make a point to come into the shop. Now, what are your hours?
11 to 5, Thursday through Monday.
What an odd schedule. Thursday through Monday, 11 to 5, Thursday through Monday. So I have to make
That's
a point.
not odd. That's actually typical
There's
Gettysburg.
just Tuesday, Wednesdays. Just
No, you're right. That is typical of Gettysburg. Isn't
it
it
just sounds weird. When
Tuesday and Wednesday is the weekend here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. So I'll check it out. People who are in
I'll
town.
bring those Nat King Cole.
Yeah, bring them in.
Was a merry old soul. A merry old soul was Nat King Cole.
I think there's some John Denver in there too.
I mean, John
right?
Denver.
You're like
Bring me home,
all
country
about
roads.
it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew you would be.
Jeffrey Pasnick says, this contraceptive commercial brought to you by the fun uncles and aunts of AG. Will you play on request at the shop? Do you bring your guitar into the shop?
No, I have a guitar there because my free time's really when I'm working. So I practice sometimes when there's nobody in there.
I have an idea for you.
Oh God, here we go.
You get your wife to cover the register.
Yep.
Okay. You sit out front because you got the chairs out there.
I do have the chairs out there.
And you play.
I thought about it. I just,
And people come by and they like, oh, that's pretty good. It's like, hey, check out our records inside.
I've thought about it. It's
Here's a song by Luke Bryan.
My boots are muddy.
I don't know any Luke Bryan.
It's
My tractor's clean.
Several people have mentioned that to me. And it's just something I honestly never I
try
should,
it.
but yeah.
Try it. You don't have to go out there and make a big show of it. Just go out and noodle around.
Right.
And then if people start paying attention, go, oh, well, what do you think of this? And then you just, but you've been performing for 10 years. You don't need to be shy. You're not shy.
No, it's just never been. And again, so many people have said like, oh, you have right on the square. It's just never been like, oh, let me bring it out right now.
And of course, you will be at the Death Traps sometime. What is the next gig you have? Do you have any gigs lined up?
I do.
All right, let's hear about these gigs, and hopefully people will come in. I mean, mostly I'm assuming are on the weekends, right?
Yeah, so Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. I'm at Gettysburg Geddes the first Friday of every month, upstairs in the Blue Box Lounge.
Okay. I didn't know they did music up there.
Just a couple bands. I was lucky to get in there.
Yeah, good. All right, so Gettysburg Geddes upstairs, and when is that?
A first Friday of every month.
I think
I'm there tomorrow night.
I think I've heard you through my wall.
Today's Thursday, right? Yeah.
So many things I have to pull for.
I live next door.
Court's gonna get his own. He's gonna be. You're gonna be taking over Eric's page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. So I mean, Eddie's Plowman. I'm back at the barn on the 18th. Gary Owen.
And then you met Cindy at the barn. That's how you got on the show.
Yeah,
That's right. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Mark from Mr.
Barn
G's, he
Resort.
has me out all the time, so I'll just set up out there, and that's usually like a Thursday every month or so.
Yeah. Good.
Usually, yeah.
Good.
Is he the one playing when Ezra?
No.
Oh,
No. That was a band. He's a solo guy.
honey, I love that you think.
Don't call me Cunny. All right. That's what you said.
I said honey.
Oh.
No.
It sounded like you said something else.
Yeah.
I did hear what he heard too. I don't even have the headphones on.
Everybody heard it.
I heard the C. I was like,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never heard that before, but okay.
Don't encourage him. Nick. No.
All right, listen. I want to tell you,
It was like
Nick.
abuse in public. I don't know what to do.
Nick, we've got, let's see. Grant says Nick was a great guest. Michael, 6 questions. Len says Nick is great. Jeff Pasnick liked my idea. He says, yes, it will draw them in. So do it.
Fantastic.
Nick, you really have been a great guest. I really enjoyed it.
so much.
Anytime you want, just for the fun of it, you want to come play a song or whatever, just let us know.
Sounds
you have
good.
Cindy's email address. Just shoot her an email. Say, hey, can I come back on the show?
All right.
And even if we have a guest, we can squeeze you in for a song or something like that.
I appreciate that.
Always a pleasure to talk to you. I can tell it will be always a pleasure. I've only spoken to you once, but it will be moving forward.
Future.
Yeah, in the future. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the news and other things of excitement for you and the world. The world. I'm just waiting for my post. Now.
Okay.
We'll be right back. But will we? Stick around and find out.
Here's what's coming to our Patreon channel in 2025. So, what? He wouldn't say like what?
This
like,
is part of the myth making, right?
Right.
Right. He's also not called the Gray Ghost during the war.
Is that true?
I can't find any evidence that anyone used that term. I think it comes about in the 20th century, and we really see it take off with the TV show in the 20th century. But I can find no newspaper reference or book reference from the 19th century calling him the Gray Ghost.
Amazing. Popular culture and what it
Isn't
does.
it weird
right?
what it does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, but I mean, what a great name though.
It is. Yeah.
So, okay, but now, so this, he gets in the papers.
Okay.
He gets promoted because of this. What?
And Stuart issues a statement that he wants to be read to every regiment in the Army of Northern Virginia Cavalry that lauds the daring and audacity of
because he doesn't just get the general, he gets horses and other things.
He gets
right?
horses. He captures about 30 men, their horses.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah,
for
not bad.
9 guys or 10 guys,
and it's more than 9 at this point. It's about 20 because he's had men. But right, right.
You're getting into a general's bedroom,
right?
Like that's pretty good.
Somebody asked me, they said, "Okay, how does this pay compare to the civilian world?"
That was okay. Good. Yes.
You're going to ask how
yes, that was
if I'm a private in the Union Army, what could I make? You know, as a laborer or a farmhand, and those are the 2 really most common occupations. He's laborer, farmland, okay. You know, if I stay a civilian, and fortunately, you know, if it takes a little bit of digging, but you can find it, because in the 1860 census, they frequently will list, okay, this is what occupations are, this is how much the guy's being paid. And it varies widely from state to state. It varies considerably north versus south, logically enough, because you have, of course, the slave labor available in the south. But on average, a farmhand in 1860 is going to make $14 a month.
Okay.
So that's right in line.
So yeah, right. So you're...
And that could very well be why the Army increased their pay to $13 a month to compete.
So a little background then. We're talking about this idea that Longstreet's attack on the left, which ultimately would result in battles around the Peach Orchard, the Wheat Field, Little Round Top, Devil's Den, etc. That whole movement was meant to be executed right at dawn, according to Early, and it was supposed to be carried out by Longstreet's Corps. But as you point out, I believe Longstreet himself is there like on the evening of the 1st, and then his corps starts to trickle in throughout the night. They're delayed by Johnson's division, I believe, from Ewell's corps. So Longstreet's corps has to kind of wait while they filter onto the road and get into town. So they're a little bit delayed, so they're not going to get here in time for the first day. But they're still not up in full or even in the 2/3 that will end up launching that attack by dawn. So this claim from Early that it's supposed to happen at dawn is ridiculous. I don't know why people didn't Google it back then. But obviously there's no Google, so people have to believe it, right? Because why would this guy lie?
Right. Like 1,000%, but they're losing their way past redeeming. So
are you saying then that when people lose their faith in the government, they save their money instead of spend it? Or what causes the inflation? I mean, the
scarcity of goods versus monetary value and confidence in the government to be able to do what it does.
Okay.
So if I'm not confident, if we go to thermonuclear war with Iran, which I don't think we hope we don't do, McDonald's hamburgers might go up to $20.
You don't want to miss out on all that, do you? Of course you don't. Go to patreon.com/addressing Gettysburg, support the show, and learn a whole lot more.
When you're dragging ass out of bed, the hairs must stop up on your head. You picture the 20th made,
everybody, and you're happy once again.
Fight the battle against being slow with Little Ground Top Bro.
You know, bro, Little Ground Top is the most delicious. I keep pulling down the wrong slider. It is the most delicious coffee you'll ever have in your life. And that's actually science. That's not me, that's science. And we trust the science here at Addressing Gettysburg. So trust that science and hurry up and go to addressinggettysburg.com/cafe and order your bag or bags of Little Ground Top. You're afraid you're going to forget to reorder next month? Don't worry. You can subscribe. And it'll just come in the mail. Like clockwork. Like clockwork. It's delicious. You've got hints of cacao, notes of cacao. You've got hints of elderberry. You've got strong strokes of raspberry. Nah, I don't know. I don't have the copy in front of me. Toasted sugar. And of course, black pepper. And it really gets some pep in your step in the morning. Cindy drinks it every morning. I drink it every morning. We absolutely love it. I'm going to cough. Hold on.
Cough.
Bless you.
Thank you. I choked on my spit. We absolutely love it. And, you know, I hear from people all the time. I finally got Little Ground Top. It is so good. It is so good. People, you know, we have people that have gotten their whole office turned onto it, and they get like 4 bags a month. 4 bags a month because the office is drinking it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, listen. I don't know what it is that I gotta do to tell you people. Okay, this is something you need to get. You need to get your hands on this Little Ground Top. You go to addressinggettysburg.com/cafe, or when you come to town, you go to 82 Steinvra Avenue, which is right across the street from the Dobbin House, and you just get a bag, man. Just get a bag, right, man? Fight the battle against being slow with Little Ground Top, bro.
If the show has done anything for you in a positive or negative way, would you like and subscribe and share? You may hate it, but someone else might like it. Welcome back to AG Today.
Oh, he was a really good guest. I really enjoyed him. Good job, Cindy. That was a Cindy get there. Good job on that.
Cindy does very good with the guests.
Jeffrey Pasnick says Little Ground Top is the best when you're waiting at urgent care.
Whoa.
So that's true.
What?
You know, maybe urgent care can get some for the office, you know, a little maybe I'll bring a bag by.
Yeah.
I will give them a bag of Little Ground Top to make in their office. I'm sure they have a drip Mr. Coffee or something over there, right?
You think it's drip? Not K-cup?
They
need a drip. Oh, it might be Keurig.
You can buy a thing that you put.
You could.
Yeah.
You could. And if they have one, then they can do it.
And if they don't?
And if they don't, then they should get it.
Yeah.
Okay?
True story.
That's what I say to the people over there.
You know, if they're listening right
urgent
now,
care.
they could like comment and tell us what they
Yeah,
have.
somebody could say something.
We've got you guys playing over here at Urgent Care.
The great 6 Questions Lentz is on the phone, and he wants to talk about everybody's favorite battle, the Battle of Parsons Mill. Go ahead, 6 Questions.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Hey, Mike.
I was calling about the epic. Was that?
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Court.
Yes, Court. No, he's just saying hi.
He's saying hi.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, you're saying hi?
Yeah.
Say hey? Hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope you're well.
You threw off my groove. You threw off my groove, Court.
That's my gift.
How 6Q got his groove back. All right, go ahead.
Yes, exactly.
Get into your groove.
groove back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, exactly. So talking about the epic video and the episode that you had come out this week.
Yes, by
the
all means.
Battle of Parsons Mill.
Yes.
Yes. When you said Jacobson of Culp's Hill fame, you made me go back and look at my study materials for the written exam because I went, I don't remember a Jacobson.
Yes, and that's a Mikey B idea there. That was his idea. Let's throw them off. Let's get them wondering. I know who's this Jacobson.
So you got me so bad there, Matt.
So good
that I actually started started Googling this thing, and I thought surely Gary Edelman, I called him Shirley, by the way. Gary Edelman may have done a video about this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been everywhere, so he must have done something about this.
Well, it's not on everybody's radar.
You were the first video. Yeah, about this little known battle in Missouri before Wilson Creek.
Yeah. Well, it got overshadowed.
You're the top search. Yeah, by Wilson Creek.
Yeah.
You know, Nathaniel Lyon gets killed, and that just that sucks the air out the whole Missouri theater. And, you know, the Battle of Parsons Mill gets completely overlooked, and now apparently there's a stone foundation, and that's all that's left of the battlefield.
Yeah.
Because apparently the ABC couldn't get to that one.
They couldn't get there.
In Missouri.
No.
Yes.
And Tanner's Ridge has a housing development on it. It's all condos and townhouses.
Would be if Gary did like a video about it, like to be funny.
Well, Gary did like the post on Facebook.
I think he should do like a ABT's preservation of Parsons
Mill. That'll be next year. See, that's what would be funny is if like other people build on this every year. So like next year, Gary does a little preservation thing of Parsons Mill, and then maybe the year after that, the medical museum does, the field hospital at whatever the frick it's called, Parsons Mill. Yeah, everybody just adds on to it.
You made it up and you can't remember the name.
No, I can't. That was Mike's. So okay, but Mike,
Matt,
yeah, go ahead.
I have a critique.
Go ahead.
Of the video.
Yes.
You should have given it an alternative name: the Battle of Parsons Mill. Or the Battle of Taylor's Creek. That would have lent a little bit more authenticity.
Yeah, that's a good point, And I blame Mikey B for that one because he's the one that catches that stuff. But and you had another good idea. Go ahead. Yeah, because you might just say it.
I'm deeply offended that you didn't reach out to me.
Yep.
To at least have me call in with some questions.
When you said that to me,
would have been good too.
When you said that to me in the text yesterday, I was like, God damn it. That would have been good. 6 questions. And then that would have added some validity to it, Mike asking.
100% added validity.
And even if he made up the questions, we'll just make up the answers because it's not real. It never happens.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Exactly.
So, but you sensed that this was an April Fool's joke early on though, right?
Well, yeah, first of all, it's you and Mikey B. You two are A-grade BS artists. So, I mean, get you two in the room together. And
that's right.
Naturally, already suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, the timing of the release. It's almost April Fool's. And I'm like, okay, Mikey B and Matt in the same room. And it's April Fool's, almost April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an Ask a Guide episode. And as anyone who's been listening to this podcast would know, your Ask a Guides go about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
This thing went 43 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So those were some heavy clues.
And there was no guide.
The big one was, it was just some random patron who I've never heard of before.
Peter
that
Novak.
Mikey B is getting the research from.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, Mikey B killed a guy at Wilson's Creek. Killed him again at P Ridge.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
We missed that.
Hold up.
Yeah. I guess the guy died at 2 battles.
It was his twin.
And then what?
But finally, the casualties. 600 killed, 0 captured.
Yeah.
I'm going, no, that's not right.
That's right.
And so for me, I actually texted you. You fooled me. I'll admit to that.
Oh.
I went, is this real? Is this a thing? Because I know you guys. And I'm like, I don't know. it could be serious. It could not be. And then I finally watched the end of the episode. I went, oh. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't leave you hanging. Like we tell you by the end of the episode, it's an April Fool.
Yeah, because you've
that's
never
what you're supposed to do.
You've never let jokes go on for multiple weeks or anything.
Not with the audience. With you.
Love you.
Yeah, with you, it's different, because you're in the room with me. Well, now we got to think of what we're going to do next year. We can't do a fake battle again next year, so it's gonna be tough. It is my favorite holiday. You could take Christmas. Give me April Fool's Day.
It is a perfect Matt Calorie.
It is.
Holiday.
I do love April Fool's Day, and I'm glad. And thank you to Mikey for coming up with this idea, because I didn't want to do the 7th year in a row where I go, well, I think I quit, because I actually think that might, now. So it's a little too serious. So
that's not true.
What happened?
That's not true.
What's not true?
The quitting and stuff.
Oh, well, maybe it will be true. But anyway, Mike, thank you for the call, sir.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good night.
By the way, your ride is here.
Well, I know that now. But whatever.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later,
Have a
Mike.
good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mike.
And then let's clear out the queue here. We've got the great Santini on the phone. Hello, Grant. You're on the phone. By the way, Grant, I was talking to my mother the other day, and she goes, I want to meet Bethany.
I listen to your show, and I just love Bethany. And I really would like to meet her someday. And I go,
yeah, she keeps saying she'd like to meet you too.
Yeah. And, and Grant. Oh, Grant. He cracks me up. Isn't that funny? You have somebody listening in Australia. And
and it's like, yeah, no, it's amazing. Hey, listen, and apparently there's like another one down there. So that's something. How you doing, Grant?
Well, I'm glad to hear that your mother has good taste and everything. Obviously, it didn't get passed down to you, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. What else?
So, how you doing, Big M?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, little G. What's going on with you?
Speaking of jokes that have gone for multiple weeks, as you were just talking about.
What's a jork?
A joke.
A joke.
You might know me as Mark Celery as well.
Oh, okay. Listen,
what?
All you in the back. What was I saying?
Oh, you're Mark Celery.
Somebody speak up, because I said this. I said this last week, and what was I saying back there?
Okay.
I said I
All
think this is Grant.
Well, okay, so I'm piecing this together
so
now.
Smart.
Yeah. So you're Mark Celery.
Yes.
Matt Calorie.
Yes.
So it's funny. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was interesting because one of the girls in my English class used to call me Celery in high school. And I go, how weird is that this person's last name is Celery?
And I think,
and his name is
Grant,
Mark.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Which is what Grant calls me.
I think you've
all
called him Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
I knew. Let the record show.
How did you go for a joke that goes on for weeks to that? How did you know that that's what he was going to talk about?
Because it's been a couple weeks that he's been... And when Mark Celery is commenting, guess who hasn't been around?
Uh-huh. Good old
Mr. Grant. And then Grant decides on part 2, he's going to jump in and start commenting. And then Grant stops commenting, and suddenly Mark Celery is back again. And I went, I think.
I'm glad it's you, Grant.
I don't pay attention enough. Yeah.
I'm glad it's you because I was starting to hate Mark Celery. I was like, who is this guy who never smiles sitting in his basement?
Who just so happens to be from Missouri.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You said it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Celery was from Missouri?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going back and looking at Mark.
That was my goal, Matt. That was the whole goal of it. The whole thing was to annoy the hell out of you while you were hosting the show.
Well, it worked. And it's funny because I'm on the verge of quitting, and I was like, that was... Whoops. Sorry. That was me.
God.
Sorry, everybody. Everybody relax. That was one of the things I've lost the the mood to put up with is Mark Celery people. You know.
Do you know, I actually got the Mark Celery name from something else.
What?
It's a while, but when I first started watching the show, there was a caller, I don't remember who it was, but made a joke story when they called in and said they'd been talking to Jeff Sharer, and somehow your name came up, and Jeff, the joke was that he got your name wrong and said Mark Celery instead of Matt Celery.
Is that true?
I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but I've always remembered. So if there was a fake name to use, I would use that.
Oh, that's funny. You paid way too much attention for far too long to this show. You really do. And I love your videos on Instagram. Really my mother follows you on Instagram because she loves the videos you make, making me look like an asshole. So she loves that.
Well, I mean, it's only truth. I don't really manipulate anything. It's just what you do.
No. Yeah, right. Yeah.
He occasionally sends me the ones that I'm in.
Yeah, and not all of them. I keep forgetting.
Oh, really?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
more?
No, you need to get Instagram just to follow Grant.
Oh.
Bethany, I would never seek to make you look bad.
I feel like there was one where you had a mustache and beard painted on me at one point in time. I feel like that happened.
That was like the Christmas party or something.
Yes.
It was the Christmas party or something.
Right.
And
She was like Al Borland.
Yeah. Hey, I gave Matt some hair, so.
I know. I forgot what I looked like with hair.
Aw, poor Matt.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't miss it. I don't actually miss it. It's a lot easier to take care of this.
That's okay.
By the way, thank you, Matt Gillespie, for the super thanks or super chat, whatever we're calling it. Super. He says, always good to hear 6Q with a smiley face emoji. Never good to hear Grant. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's hurtful. And I'm going to hunt that man down.
Yes. All right. Well, how are things? Listen, Grant, we watched a documentary a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, 2 documentaries we've watched on Netflix that take place in Australia. And I thought we were screwy up here. What is with what was the girl's name? The girl who pretended to have cancer.
Oh, darn it. Do you know the story?
Belle Gibson.
Belle Gibson.
Belle Gibson. And she pretends that she had like terminal brain cancer, but reversed it with fruits and vegetables and everything. And then people who actually had cancer.
I think it was called Whole Pantry.
Yeah, something like that.
The app was.
And she was out of Australia, Grant's country. And you know the old.
But I think she was born in New Jersey.
Yeah. You know the old stereotype about the Australian con man, right? Well, I'm starting it now.
Did you say condiment?
Con man.
That's what we love about you, Matt. You're so worldly and sophisticated.
And then he laughs like that.
Exactly. Like a maniac. I actually, Grant, this is all an act. I am a very highly sophisticated person. I am a master chef.
You must be a great actor then.
That too. I am a wonderful thespian. It's true. So good
Glad you got
that I've been told by my friends in the movie business, you're too good. You'll upstage the veteran actors in the movie. And we can't do it.
I've seen some of your acting in the past.
Have you now? Which one?
Oh, Instagram will show it in the future.
Is it the one from the Ghost Show?
Earlier than that.
Or is it my best supporting role in John Adams?
Earlier than that.
Supporting as an extra. Earlier than John Adams.
I know. They saved the makeup in that one.
What?
Just like laughs.
I'm gonna move this along.
Yeah, move it along, please. To off the phone.
Bethany.
Go ahead.
Bethany.
You got a routine.
Yes.
I've done this with Matt before. Now it's your turn.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so it's an either-or quiz.
Okay.
You can pass if you want.
Okay.
We'll start simple. Green or Chamberlain?
Chamberlain.
What was the first one?
Green.
Oh, green.
Chamberlain.
Okay, this one's a question.
Okay.
If you had to donate a kidney to either of these two people, and if you didn't, they wouldn't make it through. If it was Cindy or Matt, who would you donate it to?
See, I have 2 kidneys. So I would donate one to each of them.
But you need one to live.
No.
Well, then I would just not live.
But poor Ezra. Poor Ezra growing up without a mom.
Yeah.
He doesn't like me anyway.
Okay.
All right, next.
Addressing Gettysburg, or that's what she said?
Well, addressing Gettysburg, because I don't know what the status of that's what she said is.
Deborah Jones or 6 questions?
Oh, see, that's
Now,
not
why
fair.
do you do that's not nice to ask people
See,
to do that.
Debbie Jones,
cover your ears.
Debbie Jones is my sister from another mister, so I guess I have to go with her.
That's weird.
That sounds very Clarion.
I know.
That's it's super Clarion.
You didn't know Debbie was from Clarion, did you?
Next
I'm
one.
from Clarion.
Is it true? Did you really abuse Eric Houston on purpose or not?
It was not abuse. It was emphatic storytelling.
Wow.
So false.
Okay.
This chair makes some
If if you're driving along the road and you're coming up to an intersection and you see Matt walking across the road, do you hit the brake or the accelerator?
Having actually done sort of this to him, accelerator and swerve at the last moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, to skip all these crap ones. Okay, there's been an accident on a bridge, and the bridge part of the bridge has fallen, and there's 2 cars hanging on the edge.
Is this
in
a math
one
problem?
car? There's a family. No, it's very simple.
Okay.
It's just for you.
Okay.
It's in one car. There's a family from Clarion. In the other car, there's a family from Greece.
Oh.
And you can only save one. Who do you save?
Well, logic tells me that if they're from Clarion, they know how to swim because there's a river there. And so I'm going to let them go and save the people from Greece.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That's a good save.
I could house that loaf.
Houses and loaves, she usually takes
I usually take smaller bites. Dun-dun. Oh my God, my gut hurts.
But when she cracks up, she jokes and snorts. How lucky are we to know a broad like Bethany?
All of you love me. Burnt and I'm glad. Tops. Where did the burnt pole tops come from?
I've just got
the news. You were doing the news about the helicopters checking out power lines.
Oh,
there were burnt pole tops.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. What final thing, Grant? Please, God, just get off the phone.
Okay, if you could, and just one last question, Bethany. If you could have only one of these 2 things, would it be chicken bones or marijuana?
Oh. I guess marijuana?
Wow. Really? You don't like chicken bones that much?
No.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the marijuana. I know what's going to happen with the chicken bones. I'm probably going to vomit.
What? Yeah. Well, you're not smoking them.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at them. Do you remember Oh, I can't even talk about it. We're not even talking about
I know. When we go out to eat, I'm not allowed to get wings because you
No.
can't look at the bones.
No.
And I'm really in the mood for wings tonight.
Don't you dare.
I won't. I'm just saying I'm in the mood and you're depriving me of the wings.
Well, I'm glad you love me enough to not do it.
Well, you know.
How's that loaf?
All right. Anything else, Grant?
No, I'll leave you to it. I'm just going to make myself some little ground top. I've got to put the biohazard suit on first so I don't get any fumes or anything on me. But that's okay.
Are you? Have you ever tried to order it from there? I'm wondering if they ship internationally.
No. As I said, our customs.
Shut up. I hung up on him.
That's so
in your face, Grant. In your face.
That was a scary laugh. It sounded like the horror, the shop at the
Little Shop of Horrors.
No,
The shop at the horrors.
Yes. Hey, listen.
there's a
Oh boy.
a ride at
Zoltan. Is it the
Zoltar?
at Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh.
And there's like a haunted house. That's what it is.
Oh,
a haunted
my
house.
Lord.
That's what you can figure out.
Wow.
Haunted house.
That is that is something.
I thought it would be
there.
like something.
No, it was a laugh like, ooh, he got you. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see here. I don't know what order these go in. Do you want to hear a Kathy Hoffman call? She called. It's left a couple of voicemails. I don't know the order. Let's just try.
Oh, why? Why, Court?
What? Did he go on you when you were picking your nose or something?
I was yawning.
Ah,
I see
Court,
everything.
that's funny.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
job.
funny.
That's what I pay you for, Court.
Ugh.
All right, here we go. Let's
Wait,
see.
what?
Callie, this is Kathy Hoffman. I saw you drive this morning down to the Antietam, which was very nice. And I just wanted to ask you, are you really going to be retiring the Addressing Gettysburg program? That's one question. Number two is that I saw about 3 weeks ago that Bethany's hometown was mentioned in the news, Clarion. It was something to do with two juvenile football players, but I didn't catch all the news about that. But at least she made it on the map with her name being...
What, did they commit murder or something, or did they get lost
Was
in a
it
van?
good news?
Was it
I
an
don't think
assault?
No, I don't think so either.
being mentioned on the air. And
Congratulations.
I'll be watching you on Thursday, so you have a good week and you take care, and please keep doing what you're doing. You're really doing a great job for Addressing Gettysburg, and a lot of senior people like me watch that to get information about Gettysburg, and just to watch you, Bethany and Debbie, and 6 questions. It keeps us up on all the news in Gettysburg. So you have a good day, and I'll be watching you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Kathy. Let me just...
Sweet.
I'm going to cross off...
Retirement?
Talk about retirement from the list of the agenda. So here's the deal with that. I said to Dave the other day, Dave does the booking, I said... we were talking about something. He asked me a question. And I said, I don't know. I think I quit. And he goes, you always think you quit. And I go, yeah, but this time I'm half serious. Usually I'm not serious. This time I'm half serious. And the reality of it is, it's hit a ceiling. Okay. And there's more I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do that more, which I think will break through the ceiling, I need time. And I had this conversation with the patrons a few months ago. We did like a little council of war.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a few weeks ago.
That was like a month, probably, right? 2 months, 6 months?
No.
7 months? I don't remember. Well, maybe a month.
Maybe a month.
Maybe a month.
Yeah.
And, I basically said, here's the dilly. And I gave them more information than I'm giving the general public. But, here's the dilly. I need more time in order to produce what I want to do. That will be kicking it up a notch from what we're doing now. The rigors of recording, like if you look, Monday and Tuesday, in those 2 days, I have 5 shows to record in 2 days. And then we have our, what is it? the business network meeting Monday night. So that's a pretty packed schedule. And, some people go, ooh, boo hoo. Yeah, you try it. It's a lot of work and it's exhausting. And it's like, for example, this week I had off. I had no recordings except for tonight. And so what did I do with that time? I went to Antietam to talk to the Park Service about doing our tour down there. Then I went over to Shepherdstown to meet with Jen Murray's assistant over at the George Tyler Moore Center. And then I went down. I did need to eat, but I also needed to check out this cafe because they're going to provide the food for the fundraiser that we're doing during the September tour, the Get Out of the Car tour. But it was good to get out of town. But I was doing it for work. And then just the rest of the week was spent with, paying bills and seeing where money, all that stuff.
Come on.
And then hold on. And then Court and I got together. He came over to the house and we were going to talk about, I just want to talk about what needs to be done. What can we do? What can you take? What can I do? Blah, blah, blah. And the friggin' dog would not leave us alone. And it was getting on my nerves. And so I said, Court, let's leave here and go to the studio and we can get something done.
And we did.
We recorded a promo for the
Digital History
Thank
Pioneers.
With Court doing the reading, which he did a phantasmagoric job.
Awesome.
And so, no, he really did. He's got a great voice for it, and it was nice, and so it came out good.
One take.
Yeah, it was actually 12, but still, we had to tweak it. But right out of the gate, we could have done the first take and left it there. My point is that it's a lot, and
it was I came over at what, like 11:30, and we were still doing stuff at like 6:30.
Yeah, we were done at like 6. And then tomorrow, I have a meeting in the morning at 10, and then I'm going to look at a house at 2:30 for it's a commercial property at 2:30. And somewhere in there, I have to get some editing in to put out an Ask a Guide on Monday. And all of my Ask a Guides where I had somebody in the back switching cameras are gone. So that means in the editor, no, I mean, I use them up. So that means now what's left are shows where I didn't have anybody and I just kept it on a 2-shot, which means I need to go in there and take each camera and make cuts when it's appropriate. So to do an 1.5-hour show where you have to listen to everything and make the cut and all that stuff takes days. So somewhere in there, Cindy and I would like to do something. And so we're going to do something on Saturday. But then I told her, I said, I got to work all day Sunday and I have to finish that and post it so it comes out on Monday because that's the schedule that I've created and I need to keep up with that. And I've, and on top of that, I need to put out a Patreon show. So it's a lot of that stuff. And when I talked to the patrons, I said, I need to release fewer because there's 4 Patreon episodes that come out a month, 2 Ask a Guides. Ask a Guides are going to be free. They are free. They're going to be live starting in May.
Okay.
Unless I can't get this stupid system working right. And then I don't know what I'm going to do.
He's going to quit.
Probably.
No.
Okay. So then, but that's the plan. And then, so I said, we need to shoot and write videos during the season. And we have another thing that I'm only keeping to the patrons for now. And it's a lot of work. It's more work. Video is more work. And as of now, there is no budget for it. So who does it? This guy. So I need to free myself. I don't have time to add that. I have to subtract something in order to do it. Mm-hmm. And I think if we can do it the way we picture it, then I think people will like it. And if the people who are already addressing Gettysburg listeners or whatever, fans, whatever you want to call them, don't like it, I think it'll find a new audience, which I was hoping would be a new audience that would grow the existing audience, but you can't please everybody. You got to please yourself. And I stopped kind of pleasing myself in doing this. And this show, I enjoy this part of the show. I don't enjoy spending my whole day getting ready for the show. I don't enjoy when everybody gets here, I got to move people out of the way to get back and forth between the rooms to get all the tech working while there's all these bodies around. That I don't enjoy. And then when the tech goes, like it did today and last week, it just pisses me off. And I'm worn raw. Like there's nothing left of me. So am I going to retire addressing Gettysburg? I don't want to. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. But I'm going to be quite frank with you. There's nothing else I can do. Like, and it's very true. Court asked me this early on when we started talking, and he's like, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? And what did I say, Court?
You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I think I said I'd be living under a bridge because I wouldn't be able to gainfully employ myself.
And I'm saying that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And I agree up until now. And so I think what needs to be done is there needs to be an evolution or something. And most shows or whatever, they do it. They don't consult the audience. They do it. And they say, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it, whatever. We got our millions. But that's not how it works here. I consider the audience part of the show. I want them to be more of a part of the show. And so I let them in on it. I let the subscribers, the paying subscribers, in on all that stuff first. And I value their advice and I value their 2 cents. And so to answer your question, Kathy, that's the answer. Yeah, kind of, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But I want to do more with it is really what it is. I don't want to retire it, and I'm not going to. And when we do more with it, that doesn't mean we don't do this anymore or that we don't do the history shows anymore. I'm looking to build on what we already have. I'm not looking to replace or end or anything like that. And that's why Tim Day started the Digital History Pioneers Foundation, so that we might be able to financially support it. And the commercial he wrote that Court recorded was fantastic, and it explains much better than I could, I think, because I'm too close to it. But it's So I hope that answers your question. We have other voicemails from her, but I think we'll spread them out over the course of the few weeks and everything. But while we're talking about it, AG Today, starting in May, is going to be on the third Thursday of each month. We're not going to do it weekly anymore because I need time. Once we've accomplished whatever that time will allow me to accomplish, we'll come back to doing it weekly. I do enjoy it. And like Kathy said, to some, it provides a service. That was the whole purpose of it. It was, one of the 3 purposes of it. And I don't want it to stop. I do enjoy this. I have fun with you. I have fun with everybody around, and we go out to dinner. I do look forward to it. It's just I'm so frazzled, if you will, at this point that the joy has completely gone away from the whole project. And so I still love to do it, but the joy is gone. And
he needs to make room.
I need to make room for joy.
Yeah.
And I need to make room for work that I'll be proud of, maybe. I don't know. I'm not even proud of the work I've done so far. So who knows? I'm trying to find what pride feels like. And, it's I've never felt it. So I have to, I don't know. I don't know what would actually need to happen for me to feel pride. I don't know. That's a weird thing. I don't know what that is. But maybe if we can grow this, I will. But if we can't, who knows? It's still a great way to make a living. I appreciate everybody's support. But I have to bust through the ceiling. It's not because the only way to go from the ceiling is down. And if I can't get complacent, I can't get comfortable, I can't keep it where it is, I have to grow it. So that's the answer to that, Kathy. It's a long answer, and I'm sorry to all the rest of you who didn't want to hear it, and I didn't mean to bore you. But Kathy is a very sweet supporter of the show. She's written letters. I still have some right here in front of me on the desk. And I felt that Kathy deserved an answer because she asked that question in earnest. Ernest goes to camp. And Ernest saves Christmas.
Ernest goes to Africa.
Did he go to Africa?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
I'm pretty sure.
I do not recall. And finally, some great news, ladies and gentlemen. Our buddy James Hessler's book, The First Day at Gettysburg, July 1st, 1863, by James A. There we go. It's in focus. James A. Hessler from Casemate is out, and it is about. Jimmy dropped this off in the mailbox the other day. He said when we record the show about it, he's going to autograph it for me, and it'll go on the autographed book shelf. And we're going to do an episode about his book here, and that will be free on the Tube of You once it is done. Also, Stephen Lang is going to be on the show. That will not be live. That'll be recorded. I'm not going to risk the tech crapping out on us. We only have a certain amount of time with him. And possibly somebody else who I will keep under wraps.
A teaser,
for
if
now.
you will.
Yeah. If you're a fan of war movies, you probably know who this guy is.
John Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp. And you're going to be amazed when he comes in to talk about war movies and little pink houses. No, if you're a fan of war movies, you know who this guy is. And if you don't know him by name or by sight, which he's been in war movies, but he also does a lot behind the scenes in war movies, and some of the best ever. And I would argue it's not the director in these movies so much as it is this guy who makes the combat awesome in those movies. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but those of you who are in the know would know. That is a guest that would be courtesy of Eric Dorr and the Gettysburg Museum of History. So. All of that there to say, let's see, I got Kathy Hoffman, Age of Today is going once a month, Jim Hessler's book, and My Mom Loves Grant. Okay, here we go.
And now, all the news that's fit to print and a good deal that's not. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Bethany Euling, with current events and sidewalk conditions.
Adams County Library System moving forward with plans to construct new building near YMCA.
Powerball tickets sold at Gettysburg's Blue and Gray Bar and Grill nabs $150,000 prize.
Son of a bitch!
Courtney Meadows Residential Community removes waiver request and project is now advancing.
One of Choice Hotels' newer brands is coming to the Gettysburg area. All that and more on today's news.
Let's talk about big bulls then.
You hit it. Very
I
good,
don't like
girls.
the way
Very
that
good.
They word that article. So when we get to it.
We'll parse the grammar when we get to it. But before we do, I just saw our buddy Eric Houston is on the phone. We haven't heard from him in such a long time. Eric Houston, how are you?
I am doing very well. How are you guys doing?
We are fantastic. We've never been better, as you clearly just heard when I answered Kathy's question.
Well, that's why I wanted to call. I was listening to that, and I thought, he's so depressed, he's down, and I know why. It's because he hasn't seen or talked to me, and because I went radio silent forever. So
That's
I wanted
right.
to.
Eric
I
is
wanted
my
to call
joy.
and I wanted you to know I'm here for you.
Thank you, Eric. Eric, well, you really have been radio silent for a while, and we have missed your witty humor in the comment section. We've missed just seeing you when you come to town.
Well, he's
Oh, I'll be back soon. I'll be down for the first. Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I texted Cindy because you don't respond to my text, but Cindy did.
That is correct. What was the text?
So
the sound went out.
Ah.
He was the one who let me know.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I can't. I don't look at the phone when I'm on the show.
Well,
Consummate
that's
professional.
why I didn't text you. I knew that. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so how are things with you?
No, I'll be down for I'll be down for both recordings. So.
Yeah, you're going to be.
I should say two of the three recordings coming up.
Very good. Which ones are you going to be here for? The first and the second, or the second and the third?
First and second.
First and second. First and second. All right. Well, very good. You bringing Elizabeth so she could take a nap?
No, actually, she's coming home the first weekend because that's Easter. So she's going to come home, and I'm coming down there. The other one, I don't know if I'll bring her or not.
So you're coming down just to support your buddy Matt on the weekend of the birth of our Lord. Thank you.
Not what Easter is.
What is Easter?
Easter is when he rose from the dead.
The rebirth of our Lord.
Just a rebirth.
Well, what do you call it?
Resurrection.
Rebirth.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
He was born again as a Christian. But he called it self-shin. I'm a self-shin. Anyway. So, okay, well, good. So we'll see you then, Grant. Not Grant. I'm sorry, Eric.
I'll remember that. Can I get my money back for my visit?
It's been a long life, Eric. I'm sorry. We'll see you then. Say hi to Missy for us. Your wife.
Hey, you got to do. I got to do one thing before we go.
Yes.
Because you're so down in the dumps. I want you to find a mirror to look into, or look into the camera, and then look at the screen so you can see yourself.
Okay.
And I want you to repeat this to yourself.
Okay.
Out loud so we can all hear it.
Go ahead.
I'm good enough.
I'm good enough.
I'm strong enough.
I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough.
I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me.
And doggone it. Okay. So what else?
And doggone it.
Yeah. So, okay. Thank you for that. That was very uplifting. And I feel affirmed. I should probably do that daily.
Yeah.
I'm good enough.
So, all right. I'll let you guys get to the news. And by the way,
yeah,
Bethany did abuse me. That really happened.
That's what I thought. I thought.
It was very real abuse. So,
all right. Well,
I told Grant in the chat, and he believes me.
All right. So. Thank you very much, Eric. You have yourself a good day.
All righty. Take care, guys. See you soon.
Family.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, ladies, go ahead with the news.
And we'll get to hear more about this, I'm sure, next week. But Adams County Library System is moving forward with plans to construct a new library building near the Gettysburg YMCA. The proposed move is expected to cost $20 million or more. It's a major step in addressing accessibility, efficiency, and future growth. The new building will blend modern amenities with classic design elements to reflect the character of Gettysburg while meeting contemporary needs. The vision was informed by community feedback gathered through public surveys and listening sessions. Residents expressed a desire for a library that fits into the architectural aesthetic of the area while providing the functional advantages of a modern facility. As we know, we talked about this before, the proposed site, roughly 4.5 acres, sits on land currently owned by the Gettysburg Seminary. The library is under contract to purchase the property, but the sale cannot be finalized until subdivision approval process is completed through both the borough and Cumberland Township. Much of the site lies within Gettysburg, with a portion of it extending into Cumberland. It will be on the site of 3 existing seminary dorms, which will be razed.
Razed, R-A-Z-E-D?
E-D.
That means they'll tear it down.
Mm-hmm. Tear it down.
Razed to the ground. That never made sense to me until I saw the spelling.
Yeah, so some of the some residents have expressed disappointment. We talked about this a while ago, but they have, said that a new 1-story building is going to prioritize accessibility, which is obviously important. Expanded programming space, other features like the current library lacks. It's going to include meeting rooms, group work areas, even space for audio recording. So a lot of library patrons already drive to the current location. The new site will offer better parking and easier access. Rabbit Transit also has a stop at YMCA, so they plan to explore that option as well, so that they have some opportunities for people to get there.
And Corey, you were saying the Y's been renovating?
Yeah. Yes, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
He said he was in there. He said it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing? Is there a steam room?
Not that I saw, which is disappointing.
That is disappointing.
I'd take just a regular hot sauna if they wanted to put one in.
Okay.
I don't know if they have one.
Okay.
But new floors, new paint. Looks like they changed the ceiling a little bit.
You know, a hot sauna is what they call a Dutch oven in Cancun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cancun, no, is an American maybe.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, Court. Come on.
I don't know what to do with that.
Courtney. What the?
You know what? If you don't like it, just put a tariff on it. Just tariff that idea.
I'm going to tariff it apart.
Go ahead, Beth. What you got?
All right. So Powerball, a ticket was sold at Gettysburg's Blue and Gray Bar and Grill, and the prize is $150,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So Blue and Gray is, of course, the restaurant on the square. I'm going to read the numbers here in a second, but it was $150,000. It originally started as $50,000, according to the lottery, but drew a 3 times multiplier on its $1 power play option, which I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oops,
How did you not know?
I don't.
She doesn't know that, you know.
I don't play the lottery.
Yeah.
Well, if you buy a ticket, it asks you if you want the multiplier.
She doesn't play the lottery.
Always say yes.
Always say yes.
Yeah, it's $1.
Blue and Gray will be awarded a $50 bonus for selling the ticket. So I'm going to say no one's come forward. So let's look at what the numbers are, because you might have the ticket.
No, I haven't been in there in a while.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the listeners.
I didn't realize that they sold lottery tickets.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't either.
After matching 4 of 5 white balls drawn, the following numbers are. I knew it. 7.
Oh man.
And we need
Wendy's
that sound.
speech.
We need that sound of them up in the.
Yes.
thing.
The balls flopping around.
Yeah.
And the
7
number is
11.
Yeah, this is the closest thing I have.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
7, 11, 21, 53, 61, and the red Powerball 2. So pay attention to your ticket, because you could be $150,000 richer.
Whoa, that's something. Well, I wish I was buying lottery tickets at the Blue and Gray.
Yeah, I didn't buy one, so I don't really care.
I have a whole stack of Maryland ones
Whoa, you do.
here. I do. I haven't checked to see
Did
if
you
they
check
won.
and see if it's 7, 11, 21, 53, or 61?
Well,
with the red ball Powerball 2?
Oh my God. No.
No.
It's not. No, but I've got, I've got a fortune in my hands here. I've got your Powerballs. I got your Mega Millions. Okay. I've got your Pick 3. I just randomly go through and I'm like, yeah, I'll try one of those.
Got your white balls.
I got your white balls.
I get it.
I got
now.
your Keno. I got your Cash for Life. Boy.
You really crack me up sometimes. You literally said, "Oh, of course, I expected that." What did you expect then?
I expect him to laugh at everything I say because I'm being ridiculous, but I didn't get the white part, I guess. But okay, continue on.
That's funny.
Sorry, I don't.
You
pay
really
attention to what I
emphasized
said.
it too.
No, I did
You
not.
were like, from the.
Yeah, you were like, white ball.
I did not. Lies.
Yeah, you really. You were not a 12-year-old boy like we were when you said white balls. All right, let's move on.
The Courtney Meadow development is advancing. That's the residential community that is in Strabane Township. They had a workshop session, and I don't fully understand this, but I am assuming this is from a previous meeting that perhaps we didn't catch, but the community decided to remove its open space waiver request, which I think is what was holding it up. I don't know what that request was, but the developers...
They wanted a waiver so they didn't have to have open space?
I'm assuming, and so
Let's
they removed
close it all
that.
up.
The developers
Pave
decided
over it.
They did not want, here you go, to open the rec areas for public use.
Ah.
The developers are, however...
They don't want the riffraff coming in.
Looking for a waiver to Looking
Yes.
for a waiver to installing less lighting.
Yes, of course.
That's weird.
They want to install less lighting.
Sanders also.
So wait,
weird.
So they don't want to have lighting in there?
The
What are they planning on
developers
doing?
Are,
Like killing
however,
people?
looking for a waiver to installing less lighting, a waiver to installing less lighting means they want more lighting. That's right. Okay, so people are saying that's too much light in that area. You need to install less, and they want a waiver for the installing of less lighting. See what I'm saying?
I understand.
A little
but I don't
flip-flop
know
there.
It's
a flip-flop. Sanders
Crisscross.
also noted estimates from Russell Standard and Midland Asphalt Materials for upcoming paving projects in the township that will be considered next time at the meeting April 4th, which was that today? Is today? No,
Please
tomorrow's
get
the
some air in
4th,
here.
right?
I'm dying.
According
it's so
to
hot.
Sanders, surface milling and paving will be done for Hull Drive and Rocky Grove Road projects.
All right.
Strabane Township worked closely with the Drummer Boy Camping Resort to disrupt as little traffic as possible with an estimated start date for the Rock Grove Road project of May 5th. So anticipate that, everyone out there.
All right, we will.
Other items on the list for the meeting agenda included land use reviews for Gideon S. and Rachel K. King and 4 more Golden Acres LLC. Supervisors will meet again on Monday at 7 p.m. Sounds like they meet quite a bit. So
Lots of meetings.
yes,
I hear on Tuesday they're having a meeting about a meeting.
a meeting about a meeting.
Probably. All right.
Got him. Got him.
Very proud of that one.
See, pride.
Oh, I got it. Oh, that's what it feels like. Yeah. I did it, everybody. Oh. I got him with the meeting about a meeting joke. All right, what do you got next?
Why doesn't anyone care as much?
Okay. So this is the one that Cindy says she doesn't like the way the article was worded.
I don't.
So I'm going to read it
Go
and then
ahead.
she can critique it.
Go ahead.
One of Choice Hotels' newer brands is coming to the Gettysburg area.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. So, and I thought that this was appropriate that I'm the one that reads it.
Oh,
because
don't stop.
It's a
talking
Clarion.
that way.
It's a Clarion Point Hotel. Will open at 871 York Road, which is behind the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. So it used to be like a Days Inn or Comfort Inn or something.
That's like a
It was
Wyndham
a-
offshoot or something.
Huh, what?
It's
It
like
was a Baymont,
Baymont.
something.
Baymont.
Yes,
Never
it
heard of
was
that.
Ask Eric Houston. He loved that hotel.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
It's one of 27 Clarion Point hotels expected to open this year. It was launched in 2018 as an extension of Clarion Hotels. Clarion Point hotels have fitness centers, a marketplace with craft beer,
blah blah,
select wine, and small bites.
Yep, small bites.
Free Wi-Fi and a complimentary breakfast.
Blah blah blah.
Is it in Clarion?
Anything else?
Choice Hotels International has more than 75,000 hotels in 45 countries and territories.
Typical press release.
Among
mumbo jumbo.
I'm just reading it now to make you mad.
Yes.
22 brands, including Comfort, Sleep Inn, Quality Inn, Wood Spring Suites, Econo Lodge, and Roadway Inn.
So anywhere
Is it
like
in
that
Clarion?
that portion where you said it used to be a Baymont, was that in there? No. Do you know how many people were like, where the heck are they? There was another article
Wait,
that
I don't-
said
wait,
new
wait, wait.
hotel, new Choice Hotel coming to Gettysburg, or it had
Downtown.
some
It said
downtown Gettysburg, and everybody was up in arms. Where are they putting up a new hotel? They're not. I drove past and they have a
Oh.
makeshift sign over the old sign.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, come on.
So wait,
It's not a new
what
hotel.
is so objectionable about this article?
So when it
What did they say?
when
The
it
way
was
they wrote about
originally published out into the public, it said a new hotel
New
in
Choice
down
Hotel in
Oh,
downtown
okay. I see.
Gettysburg.
I see.
And
I
everyone
thought there
was
was a
like-
grammatical error
Will
or
be
something.
opening blah blah blah, and it's not.
Okay.
No,
It's
it's
not.
behind Duncan, but it's the Clarion Point.
Right. So downtown. Yeah, that's not downtown.
It's not.
That's out of town.
It's
I
also
feel
not
like
a
we
new
should get
hotel.
my picture in
No.
front of it. Just want to say.
I mean, I'm sure that you will be the only person.
one of these.
And Clarion hotels have been around for freaking ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're from Clarion.
No, actually, they're from Clarion somewhere else.
Yeah, Clarion.
Iowa or something.
There's only one
Illinois.
Clarion.
No, there's
I'm
actually
from
like
Clarion.
4 of them.
Is it in Clarion? Burnt pole tops.
So they just need to be a little more clear. It is not a new hotel. It is not in downtown Gettysburg, but congratulations to them on renovating. And hopefully it was very well done because, you could always use a renovated hotel.
Yeah, you really could. You
Mm-hmm.
really could. I was thinking that the other day.
You could use a renovated.
I said, you know what I could use? A renovated hotel.
Mhm.
And you know what I would do with it? I would sleep in every room. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Got him again.
Child complains of monster under bed. Babysitter then face to face with a man hiding there.
No, really?
No.
About it. A babysitter looked under a bed to reassure a worried child that there wasn't a monster hiding there and came face to face with a man who wasn't supposed to be there, a sheriff's office said in Kansas. This is not local.
Oh, thank God.
In Kansas.
Thank God, because I was going to check
The
under our bed.
27-year-old was booked into jail this week after a struggle with the babysitter that knocked the child to the ground. So the struggle knocked the child to the
So
ground,
he's
not the
under the
babysitter.
bed and somehow they get into a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
He apparently jumped out.
The Barton County Sheriff's Office said deputies were called late Monday to the home near Great Bend. The suspect was gone when they arrived, but the babysitter told them that the child had been complaining about a monster before she found the suspect.
God.
The man once lived in the home.
Could you imagine being the babysitter?
I know.
And you go, no, there's no monster under your bed. And then
Or the kid.
Yeah.
The kid. Well, the kid.
He knew. The kid knew.
The kid is proven correct.
Traumatized for life.
No, that kid's like, I told you I wasn't lying. I wasn't making that up.
The man once
job.
lived in the home, but that there was a protection from abuse order issued against him to stay away from the property. Deputies searched but were unable to find the man until the next day when he was captured after a foot chase. Online court records show that the man had posted bond about 10 days earlier after he was charged with criminal threat, domestic battery, and violating a protection from abuse order. Go figure. Those allegations were alleged to have occurred in January and February. Following his latest arrest, the judge ordered him jailed without bond, thankfully. The sheriff's office said additional requested charges include aggravated burglary, aggravated battery, and child endangerment. Insane.
Did they say how he got into the house?
Well, he used to live there. So here makes me think maybe rental
your
property and makes me think make sure that you change your locks when you move into a new place, rental or
so
owned.
he didn't know.
Oh, I think he knew.
But he got kicked out, I bet.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but he also got out of jail 10 days before. So I'm
he was just
thinking
looking for a
maybe he
place to
needed a
sleep.
place to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why are you making sounds, making a child scared, thinking there's a monster under? Maybe he
Right.
was snoring. Maybe
Quit
he fell
breaking
asleep.
wind.
Maybe he fell asleep. And
Why
now,
sleep under the bed?
This is
Sleep
my
on a
worst
bed.
well, my guess is it
Not
was
with
taken
the
by a
kid.
child.
Just leave it.
A different bed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe somebody else would.
So terrifying, right? Now you're going to be looking under your bed every time
I'm gonna
you put Ezra to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
This is why Mark won't like
Now we got to check under the beds.
everything.
With a shotgun.
Do you remember that story
gotta
that
shoot
of that
under the
woman in, I don't know if she was in Germany or whatever, but she had
In the
her
attic? boyfriend
in the attic.
I don't think that was in Germany. That's
that was
also
the Netherlands, and her name was Anne Frank.
Oh, jeez. That was funny.
He's not wrong.
It's not what that story was at all.
No,
But okay.
But it
saying.
was it was.
I remember the guy's name was Otto.
Okay, well, it happened
again.
Maybe it happened there too, but there have been a couple cases of that in the States, like, and not too far away. I feel like I definitely have heard a story where there was, yes, we reported on it. There was a guy living like up in the, and he would climb down through the closet in the bedroom during the day and get out.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
would go back up.
Go to the fridge and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like, why is my cheese missing?
So, you know,
it's my worst fear.
There
don't
was
ever ignore those noises you hear in the attic. Go check it out.
Good Lord, Matthew.
I'm like, why is that? Okay. There was
whole table moved.
There's all these weird stories about, I remember I was watching a documentary about Studio 54 in New York. And they were talking about how some like old lady crawled up into the air ducts and died and nobody knew for like months.
Is that where the Wendell Clarkson thing comes from?
What Wendell Clarkson thing?
The HVAC commercial where your grandmother crawls into the...
Oh, it might have been. It might have been where that came from. Yeah. When you do stream of consciousness, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just whatever comes to your head. I never forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, you're senile old grandmother. You know what? I remember my dad and his friend, his like best friend growing up. They always used to laugh so hard at this story, and it's probably not going to land when I tell it, but I'll tell it anyway. They were young, 20s, whatever. And, my grandparents had a long yard. Like the yards are here, right? They're long and narrow. Separated, in this case, they were separated by their neighbors' yards with a hedgerow, okay? Yeah. Okay. Deep down at the end of the yard, there were some trees, and one of them was some kind of a fruit tree. It might have been an apple tree or something like that. Left over from when it was all farmland and it was an orchard. For some reason, this tree wasn't knocked down, torn out. So they're all drunk. And that also was where you would go to pee. Okay.
At the tree?
No, just the end of the yard, because there was nothing down there. Everybody was up by the house, so you would just go down to, just easier than going inside. The girls are inside, let them go inside. The guys go down and they pee in the bushes. So one of them goes down to pee in the bush and comes running back to the crowd. And they're like, there's a bear in the apple tree. And they're like, what? There's a bear in the apple tree. So they go run down there, and like, sure enough, silhouetted by the full moon is this furry little bear up in the... So they start throwing rocks at it.
Oh, that's smart.
And then the bear says, what are you doing? And it wasn't a bear. It was the senile old lady next door in her fur coat. And all these drunken idiots thought it was a bear. And they started throwing rocks at it because they were afraid they were going to get eaten. What else you got?
Well, it's your turn. Oh, Beth.
Oh, Beth. She's...
What you got, Beth?
She's in the giggle. She's the giggle snorting.
You are so bizarre. Okay. So we talked about this earlier. This hurt. You hurt me.
Sorry.
Okay. We talked about this earlier, but I did want to bring it up in the news because it is a big deal. Local business owner and nationally acclaimed artist Wendy Allen accepted the Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award.
By the way,
a distinguished honor.
I found her speech.
Okay.
Can I just read the last paragraph? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know that's annoying.
Yeah.
But it's
because you never do it.
Okay. Here, let me just, okay. This is towards the end. One of my favorite authors is Dr. Richard Selzer. He was a surgeon who practiced at Yale. He was a marvelous writer and poet. In his series of essays entitled The Exact Location of the Soul, he concludes that the human soul resides in its wounds. Mm. The strength and character of that soul are shaped by the wounds it works to overcome. I believe that America's soul was born at the precise moment Lincoln concluded his his address at Gettysburg on November 19th, 1863. His beautiful words, shaped by one of the most horrific battles of that devastating Civil War, ennobled the nation's sacrifices and made true our sacred charters of freedom, the Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution. Painting his face over and over again in different styles and techniques has been my life's passion. Why Lincoln? I'm painting the exact location of America's soul. Thank you.
Aww.
And I loved that so much, that whole last part of the speech. It was a short speech, but that, I just loved it. And I was like, oh, and I took out my phone. I was trying to remember the exact end, and I couldn't. I was like, what's the last line? She's like, here, just take the speech. And I was like, okay. So Wendy Allen, one of my favorite people that I've met since moving down here.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yeah,
she is.
Good,
congratulations,
good
Wendy. Go ahead.
It's a distinguished honor that has been awarded annually for almost a decade. So they can say that annually part.
Yeah, it worked.
He's not paying attention.
3 years.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Allen
No, yeah,
is
yeah.
the 9th recipient of the award established in tribute to Gettysburg's own celebrity, James A. Getty, a musician, historian, actor, teacher, and business leader who was known for his expert knowledge of and portrayals of Abraham Lincoln. Wendy Allen founded the 100 Nights of Taps, a revered evening program that runs Memorial Day through Labor Day at will be at the Pennsylvania Monument, where Bugler Taps is played at 7
Bugler,
p.m.
sound the charge
to honor the fallen. Currently serving as president of the Lincoln Fellowship and on the board of advisors for the Lincoln Forum, Allen owns Lincoln Into Art on Baltimore Street, a contemporary art studio gallery where her original paintings of Lincoln are housed. Destination Gettysburg president and CEO Carl Peterzak said that Allen exemplifies the traits that Getty brought to Gettysburg as a tireless community leader who championed tourism. So congratulations to Wendy Allen.
Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Congratulations. We'll have to have her back on soon.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
As the winner.
Winner of the 2025 You Are Lincoln Award. What is it called? Spirit of Gettysburg Award.
Yeah, it actually has a much longer title. The Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award.
The Jim Getty Spirit of Gettysburg Award. Wendy Allen.
Do you have more news?
No,
Because I only have events.
All right, go ahead. What do we got in the events section?
Okay, so first and foremost, we are having our very first, once again, Addressing Gettysburg Business Network in-person mixer.
Yes,
on
that's
Monday,
right. On Monday.
From 5 to 7 at Cellar 75 bar in the Barn Resort. So, entrepreneurs, business owners.
Anybody who has a business. Is Nick going to come?
I'm not positive. I was trying to make the list today. It's a little hard to corral.
Yes. Chris is like a herd of cats in one body.
He is. So
Yes.
I'm trying desperately, but we're, going to have a really, really great crowd. I know of a lot of people who are coming and a lot of really wonderful people, and it's going to be a
Good.
great time. Why do we have weird music playing in the
I
background?
just thought
for
it would
this?
be fun.
Okay.
You know?
So it is going to be a lot of fun. So that's the first
It is.
thing.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be cool to meet a lot of people, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. And the beauty of the free event, you don't have to pay. It's free to be a member of the Gettysburg. What is it? The Addressing Gettysburg Business Network. And that is the whole point is networking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So why put up an obstacle?
So as the Clarion Inn or whatever likes to say, we will have some light bites and cash bar, of course, but they have some wonderful bartenders there, some great cocktails as well as drinks. Oh, and Monday is burger night at the bar. So keep that in mind too. It's buy one, get one free, I believe. Burgers.
Really? Are
Yeah.
these sliders or burgers?
No, they're burgers. And
So
they're
I could
very
get-
good.
Wow, I can get like 4 burgers and pay for only 2.
That is how that works.
Diet
yeah.
be damned.
So it is, it's a very, very good night to be there, but come check it out. If you are looking to network, looking to grow your network, get some connections in the town and outside the town. I think we have some coming from other areas as well, not super far away that I know of. Also some potential elected officials, which is
Good.
great. So
That's good.
yeah, it's going to be a very diverse group and a lot of fun. So come on out and meet some people.
Very nice. Bethany, what have you got going on?
On April 5th, which is this weekend, is the grand opening of Thaddeus Stevens Museum Annex. Did you know he was going to do this?
No, I
the
didn't know
new
that.
museum space and a tour. You can go and see the new museum space and tour the main museum that has been open since March of 2024. The grand opening is at 5 and will be followed by a presentation at 6:30 at Christ Lutheran Church on Chambersburg Street. You can hear about the Emancipation Proclamation, the history of the church, and the kidnapping of black citizens during the Gettysburg Campaign. And, of course, Thaddeus Stevens. Light refreshments will be served. It is from 5 to 8 p.m. at 52 Chambersburg Street.
Very nice. Congratulations to Ross.
Yeah.
For annexing.
This weekend, starting tomorrow, so tomorrow through Sunday, is the Spring 2025 Kids Closet Connection Adams County Public Sale. Do you go to this?
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's pretty incredible. It's at All Star this year and hopefully for many years to come.
Good for you.
Yeah, they are really wonderful. So essentially it's a large consignment and they have
large,
like huge. I mean, it's filling basically the expo hall and they have a ton of baby items, a ton of strollers
Small
and
items. Oh, for babies.
Yes, for babies.
Gotcha.
Toys, books, movies.
books, lots and lots of clothes. A lot of pack and plays, a lot of strollers. You should see the aisles. And my goodness, Laura, who runs it, who's fantastic, by the way, is so organized. It's ridiculous. So if you have a chance, go check it out. So it is tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday starting at 9 a.m. also to 8 p.m. Sunday, though, is half price day. So 50% off tag day. And that is 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's the last day. So it is at, again, the All-Star Sports Complex. They do accept cash and credit card. Free admission, open to the public. They are selling concessions there as well, so you can grab a snack while you're there. And that's about it. But check it out.
Kids close up to a pretty good size.
Yeah, it's like they have juniors as well,
Yeah.
so it goes all the way from infants up to juniors. I mean, so the expo hall itself is 35,000 square feet. They're filling probably 2/3 to 3/4 of it. It's a lot of stuff. So if you have children, go. There's a lot of tagged items, like brand new.
Oh yeah, never before
with the tags still on. So go check it. What's so funny?
Kevin Tracy got it. He said, I believe interrupting/distracting Bethany and Cindy during the news and events brings Matt joy.
Oh, it does.
And he's right.
I'm well aware that it brings him joy. Yes.
Okay, on April 6th is the 23rd annual Blessing of the Bikes.
We have the Bike Week people coming on, don't we?
You can join Battlefield Harley on
week, the
April
week
6th at 2025 for the 23rd annual Bike Blessing Ceremony. Blessings given by Motorcyclists for Jesus Ministries. Blessing pins will be given to the first 300 riders. All makes and models welcome. 6 Whiskey Revival will play directly after the blessing at noon, and there's a rain date on April 27th. It's a free event. And it says 9 p.m. to 5 p.m., but I think it's supposed to be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Battlefield Harley, which is at 21 Cavalry Field Road in Gettysburg.
So it's a blessing of the bikes.
Yes.
It's interesting. Okay. Very good.
ABC is doing their wing challenge once again. So if anybody checked that out last year.
There's a Harley driving by.
Wing challenge, eat wings, win prizes. This is week 1, which is March 31st through April 6th. So what is that, Sunday, I believe? It's so they do have it at all their locations, but this one specifically for ABC Battlefield Gettysburg, 259 Steinway Ave. Over the course of 4 weeks, they will release 2 new sauces every Monday. The challenge is simple. Eat 5 wings to qualify for our weekly prizes and the grand prize of a $500 gift card available at all locations.
Wait. I heard
I will
eat
not
5
be there.
wings. What do I have to do for 5 wings?
They come out with 2 new sauces, usually pretty spicy.
So the challenge is to eat 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you qualify for weekly prizes, and then there's a grand prize drawing for everybody who goes.
To quote Matthew Broderick in Glory, I'm going to do it.
Fobs?
Well, no, never mind.
So it's not loaded. Okay, so this week is Hot Nanner Hammer and Proton Pack Burner. That is
Hot Nanner Hammer?
Yeah, that's the name of the 2 sauces.
The banana pepper?
That's the name of the 2 sauces that they've
Hot Nanner Panner. What is it?
Hot Nanner Hammer.
Hot Nanner Hammer.
And Proton Pack Burner.
Proton Pack Burner. That sounds...
They're the
so
serious
a ghost
week.
pepper and a banana pepper.
Perhaps.
Well, I think...
And then on Monday, they'll come out with the next two.
Should I try it?
Not when I'm around, but go ahead.
You know, the worst thing about eating that really hot sauce is the burning ring of fire the next morning.
Oh, boy.
Or that night.
Or that night, depending on how quickly it moves. Yeah, that's not fun. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
You're done. Well, there's one more that's...
Had a nanner pepper sauce.
So meet our volunteers and learn about our available dogs. This is through the Brookline Lab Rescue. They are in Warrington, PA, but this event is going to be held Sunday, April 6th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Mason-Dixon Distillery, 331 East Water Street in Gettysburg. Join us there to learn about Brookline Lab Rescue and meet some dogs. They have excellent food and drinks, yada, yada. But the following foster dogs will be attending, Jax and Casey. So go meet Jax and Casey.
Jax and Casey. Jax was my sister's dog's name.
Oh, a female, 9 years old. I'm trying to get her loaded up so that we could see her
don't
picture.
Give alcohol
She's
to
so
dogs.
Cute.
Oh, the picture.
She's so cute.
There you go.
Yeah. That's
All right.
Jade.
That's Jade.
That's not
Jax.
Jax.
All right, so that's Jade,
That's
Jax's
Jade,
friend.
Jax's friend. But this one will not be at Mason-Dixon.
All right. Well, there you go.
But go check out the labs.
And check out Mason-Dixon's delicious food and drinks. We should go there sometime. I wish people would stay open later.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're really going to be
I know.
tonight.
What time does the diner close?
Well, I thought it was 10, but I could be wrong.
We better hurry. Our buttocks is up.
Yeah, this is a long one.
This is a long one. Well, we had the technical difficulties. Well, all right. So what else? Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I have one.
What is that, Courtney?
If you're coming to the Gettysburg Collector Show out at All Star on the 12th or the 13th, come say hi to me. I'll be at the Horse Soldier table.
Isn't that nice?
Are you going to be there?
You're going to be there.
Well, I'm sure I'm going to have to help with concessions at some point, so I will see you there.
All right. Working together as a community. Well, yeah, that'll be fun. You could go and see Cord and get his autograph, right? Mm-hmm. And
I'll autograph any artifact that you buy.
Yeah, I think that's not a good idea.
No. Just what everybody always.
But you will artifact. You will
you will artifact a signature for him.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very kindly for listening. And for putting up with the technical issues and clicking play on that second one. Please like, share, and subscribe, of course, before it's all over. And next week we have the library on, right? We're going to talk about books.
Yep, sure.
And we're going to talk about the Dewey Decimal
System.
System.
Anniversary. I'm sure that they're going to be talking about that and about their move.
Their
and
big
Erica
move.
is wonderful. So
yeah, we met Erica at a birthday party, and she's very
Is that
nice.
the first time you met her?
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she is cool.
And we said you should come on the show because you're not anything like a librarian, and you actually would be in it. And that's what she said. She's, I'm not a librarian. I go, well, perfect. Nothing against librarians.
That I was here.
Yeah, actually, and we had to do some arm twisting to get her to just.
Yeah, I bet she was like, oh, God.
Yeah. We're like, no. So anyway, all joking aside, so we're going to have her on. She's going to be interesting and fun to talk to.
And then Sammy from Bike Week.
And
will
Sammy
be on
from
the
Bike Week will be here the week. Is one of the organizers of Bike Week, right?
yes,
So we'll
she's
finally
Kelly's
get to talk
daughter.
about all that and the noise and see if there's anything they can do. Maybe
muffle.
Maybe they can only say no Harleys allowed, just Suzukis or one of those like really quiet ones. You know, I don't know. We'll see what we can do about that.
Electric bikes.
Electric bikes. I like that. Yeah. Everybody's rolling around in electric bikes. So we've got some good things coming up. Don't forget the tickets are in the description there. There's a few tickets left. Go ahead, fill them up. What are you doing on the weekend, the night of the 26th? Nothing important. Nothing more important than seeing our buddy Louis Trott talk about July 2nd and being a part of the show. Right? We want you to be a part of this show. We might actually do it a little differently where we don't hold the questions till the end. We might just make it a discussion with the audience right off the bat. I don't know. we'll see what kind of mood you guys are in. We could do anything. We are a consummate showman. So we'll do whatever you want, you know. And then what do you got going on the 3rd of May? Probably not much. The two of you can come and see Jim Hassler talk about July 3rd. And maybe you can bring your new Jim Hassler book about July 1st and have him autograph it. I should have thought this through. If I knew he was doing this when I booked everybody, I would have switched it around.
Yeah.
See, people got to tell me this stuff.
Yeah.
He should have said, you know, I could do July 1st. I'll have a book coming out.
But now you get to do a show with him about his book and a second show with him, a live show.
Right. And we could talk about his older book about Piquet's Charge. But I'm sure he will sign your book if you already have it. And I'll tell him to bring some extras in case you want to buy it so he can make a little scratch. Yeah. And, you know, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I had a belch, so I thought I'd drown it out with the music. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your nice comments in the comment section there, and thank you, Grant, for being Grant.
Today's opening theme is written and performed by Colin Southfield and the Mushroom Country Band. Bumper music is arranged and performed by Billy Webster and sometimes Kevin MacLeod. AG Today is produced by Matt Cowlery, Bethany Yingling, Debbie Jones, and Cindy Compton. Engineered by Colby Sumner and maybe sometimes someone else. Guest accommodations are provided by the guests themselves. We'll need a couple thousand patrons to be able to put people up in hotels. Speaking of patrons, maybe you'd like to become one. You'll find plenty of perks over there, not to mention hundreds of episodes that will help you further your Gettysburg and Civil War education. So go to patreon.com/Addressing Gettysburg. I'm Huevos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg. Thanks for listening.
0.0.
I just hate you, and I hate your ass face.
Would you get out of here?
Veronica had a very funny joke today.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
Why would you want to be a cheerleader, Steve Martin?
Grabbed and pulled and hurt my neck. Boing.
This concludes our broadcast day.